Why people think Takeoff is still alive. At 28 years old on November 1st of 2022, Takeoff supposedly lost his life to a man with a firearm. Since the so-called passing of Takeoff, about 2 months have passed, and now there are rumors being leaked that he might still be alive. According to a few fans that claim they spotted him in the streets of Atlanta, at first it seemed kinda hard to believe. Why would Takeoff fake his passing? There's no reason for that, right? Don't get me wrong, I was thinking the same thing you are, but after closely taking a look at the footage these fans caught on camera, I'm convinced that Takeoff actually faked his passing. It's been said that rappers have done this in the past, like Tupac for example, but these theories have never been proven. All I know is it's hard to believe that Takeoff would actually do this, but after looking at this super rare footage that clearly shows the date it was recorded, I see Takeoff literally walking the streets of Atlanta, obviously trying to be low-key. Also, you can tell he gets kinda startled when the fans point him out and have their phone camera pointing straight at him. Many people wonder what's the reason for this. Why would Takeoff actually fake his passing when his life was so great? Sometimes we don't know the things celebrities know and the things they have to eventually deal with when they hit a certain level of fame. It's obviously not for everyone, and after doing deeper research into this topic, I've noticed Takeoff's personality isn't really meant for a super high level of fame. After watching this clear footage of an undercover Takeoff walking the streets of Atlanta, I'm convinced that he's still alive, and I guarantee you will be as well. There's a lot to get into today, and this video is a special one. Be sure to stick around and watch this video until the very end as we get into things one detail at a time. Trust me when I say you won't want to miss a thing. Thanks for stopping by today and visiting us at Lime Report. We post daily celebrity news and updates that you really should know about if you're a fan. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel, leave a like, and comment keyword Takeoff to enter a chance at winning our brand new iPhone giveaway. One lucky viewer is picked at the end of each month. Now, let's jump into this video and take a closer look at why people think Takeoff is still alive. Takeoff is the third member of the Migos group and was known for his finisher verses. Obviously, Takeoff is a legend in the music industry, which makes me wonder why'd he want to fake his own passing and basically go back to his old life. This might be confusing to a lot of you guys, but like I said earlier, there's a lot that comes with such a high level of fame, and I feel like that's what Takeoff was trying to get away from. We've all heard of the upper level people, and it's said that once you're super famous, they approach you, right? Well, I got a feeling that Takeoff was dealing with a similar situation, and it was not about that life at all. It's weird that the Migos crew literally split up less than a year before Takeoff's so-called passing. It makes me wonder if the upper levels were in charge of that whole publicity stunt, and if this was all planned out. After looking deeper into these theories, I discovered that it totally can be true, and Offset and Quavo were down to ride with the plan. On the other hand, Takeoff wasn't going. He wished he can go back to his old life. It seemed impossible when he thought it in his head, but the upper-leveled men knew they can make that happen for Takeoff, but he would have to pay. Not in cash money. Takeoff would have to pay with a life, but the upper-leveled men never said it couldn't be your own life. This is when Takeoff originally came up with the idea of faking his passing, and surprisingly, the upper-leveled men were down with it. Not only was it good for the publicity, but also good for sales, which they ultimately own a part of. Not only was it good for publicity, but also good for sales, which they ultimately own a huge part of. This makes me think that Takeoff's passing could actually be fake, and it's just the only choice he was left with unless he wanted to sell his soul like the rest of his crew. Once you get to a certain level of fame and success, you have to deal with these upper-leveled men, and usually their negotiation process isn't very fun at all. Ultimately, they got exactly what they wanted, and the true rap game fans have taken a loss. We will no longer get to experience any new Migos music, so it's a must that we appreciate what we already have received from the legendary group. It's said that the Migos was arguably the greatest rap group of all time, and I believe it. This Atlanta group came up from nothing and were on top of the world for a good amount of time. Unfortunately, a lot of evil things come along with the success, but that's just how it goes. It's interesting to see how this whole thing played out, and I'm sure there will be a lot more news on Takeoff's fake passing. To be updated, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We post daily celebrity news and updates that you really should know about if you're a fan.